So this is the look that I end up doing in this video. This was the first attempt, and then this is the second attempt. So if you're curious to see how I got this Tame Impala inspired, ooh, look at that. Tame Impala inspired eye thing situation, keep watching. So lately, what I've been doing on my Instagram is I've been like taking suggestions for music, like different songs, and asking people like what songs they would want to see me do kind of like in a makeup look. One request that I got was to actually do like a look that was inspired by the album art on the Tame Impala Currents album, which I'm sure everyone knows what it looks like, but if not, I'm gonna like try to put a picture in because I don't really know how. So I have a plan, and it's very ambitious. I'm a great artist, as you can see. But maybe I'll like try it first on one eye, and if that doesn't work out, I'll try something different on the other eye. I don't really know. I'm not going anywhere today. Yeah, so I'm just gonna start with like only the eye because I feel like a lot's gonna be happening and I might have a lot of like fallout depending on what shadows I'm using. So I'm like not even gonna do concealer or anything. I'll just do all of that afterwards so that way we have just like a clean slate to work with. First I'm just gonna prime the eye with this guy that everyone has. So I don't have all of my makeup with me here because I'm currently at my parents' house, and so I only brought like a handful of things with me. So I hopefully have like the things that I'm gonna need. So what I'm using is the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. They don't sell this anymore. They have a Take Me Back to Brazil palette, which honestly looks the same. But I'm hoping the formula is actually a little bit better because it's not great. So I'm gonna use this like little lavender shade right there. And yeah, this isn't exactly the shade that I want. I kind of wanted something more pastel than that. I'm gonna stop using my phone as a mirror because it's not working very well. I don't think anyone would be watching this to replicate this. If I keep making videos, let me know if you'd prefer me to like say what I'm doing and the brushes that I'm using, all that stuff, but that would be kind of silly because I don't have anything nice. Okay, so I'm also putting it on the outer half of my lid. I haven't talked to people in so long that I don't even know how to talk anymore. Okay, so we're just blending that out. So I'm gonna try to round it out a bit more at the top, but you know, I only have so much lid space. Whatever, we're going all the way up to the eyebrow. It's fine. This is gonna be difficult. Okay, I have this little like birthday Kat Von D eyeliner, and I switch back and forth between this one and a full size. Here we go. This is way too hard. I think I may have made a mistake not doing all of the liner first, because if I mess it up I can't take it off because the eyeshadow's under there. So the album cover has lavender, red, pink, and yellow, so I'm gonna go red, pink, yellow, and I think I'm gonna prime it again because that's what people do with cut creases. Okay, so we're just gonna put some red right there on the inside. I'm using the same palette. I'm gonna really load it up, and I actually think I'm also gonna spray it to try to really get the pigment on there because you have to really work with these. I just use like this rose water thing because all mists are the same. And then next we're gonna put an orange right there in the center. So the oranges in the Take Me to Brazil palette are actually really bad. So I'm going to take the Nubian 2 by Juvia's Place, and then I'm going to take this like orange shade up at the top. There we go. Okay. So right in the middle, we're just going to pack it on. Nice. And then next we're going to do the yellow and only go up to that like curvy line that I made, which is going to be difficult. Okay, so I think I'm going to try using this eyebrow brush for the yellow, and this has a ton of yellows in here. It has these 3. And I always forget like which one is the best. I think I'm going to take the like most orangey muted one so that the transition from the orange to the yellow is not too insane. Just trying to blend it in as well a bit. Well, I feel like this is a pretty nice ombre, so we're just gonna quit while we're ahead. I'm shaking so much. Okay, let me use my knee to stabilize my mirror. Yeah, you know what? I actually like that way better than what I did before. It's like a bigger wave. Okay, so I think what I'm doing is I'm gonna go from that line again inside the crease, come out here, and then mimic that same line, but make it straighter, like how it looks on the album. This is very hard. So these are really close together, so I think I'm gonna try to do one in between these two to like split the difference. This is gonna look really weird. Okay. It looks kind of cool, but also kind of stupid, but it's fine. Okay, so we're gonna take a line on the outside and curve until we get straight right up here. That doesn't even, those look almost the same. Okay, wait, what if? It's hard to draw a straight line on a curved surface. I don't hate that. What happens if I make these lines go all the way across my eye? Will it be a mistake? Probably. Are we gonna do it anyway? Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna replan very quickly. Okay, here's the thing. From far away, I feel like this looks pretty cute. But once you get up close, you can see that I have no talent. It's so hard. I could use a straight edge to make a straight line. All right. Boop. This is already going horribly. Okay. And this time we are doing all of the lines before we put any shadow on, because that's just sad. I think what is really difficult is doing the like transition from straight to curved. As you can see, I didn't even do it. So I think what I might try with this one is that all of the ones up here will be straight, and then all of the ones on my lid will be curvy. And I'm not even gonna bother priming because I'm probably gonna be going back on here so many times, and like, I almost said erasing, but is that not accurate? I'm gonna leave you and do this by my mirror so that I can have way more focus. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it's much better than whatever I had going on over here. So what I did was I took a piece of paper, drew the line, and then I took a brow brush and some makeup remover and I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. So I think I'll like be doing that over and over again. And I might only make like 3 lines to make this easier on myself. And I'm gonna try to keep the lines thicker here than it was here because then it's like more difficult to see how poorly I did. Okay, so I'm gonna finish these. Never give up on your dreams. I got the lines and then I decided to just do the lid right there off camera because I was like on a winning streak, so I figured I had to keep it going. I like that on this eye I was able to get like more of a squiggle than I am on this eye. But yeah, I did like fewer lines and kind of thicker lines. So I'm gonna prime the inside again because that worked really nicely over there. I also think I gave myself less, yeah, I gave myself less lid space on this eye to like do that transition. So hopefully I'm still able to like get an ombre thing going on. I guess like if I take the red all the way into here, I can always wipe it off. And who knows, maybe it'll be cute. Cool. Pack it on there, pack it on there, pack it on there, pack it on there. Alright. Should I do the... I'm gonna do the yellow first and then put the orange on top so that, I don't know, it just makes sense to me. Like, is it even... Oh! How come it looks better on camera than in person? Now we're gonna take the orange and I'm gonna... The red is so much more there than the oranges. Isn't that funny? Because you always hear that it's hard to do good reds, and yet in this palette, the red is like probably the best color. You know what? I might just have to call that okay. Let's try to get the lavender on top of there, and then obviously I'm not gonna prime it this time. Okay, this is how I should be doing this. Oh, but you can't even... I don't know why I haven't been doing this the whole time. Okay. This is so cool. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't want to fix the other eye because this was a lot of work, but I kind of want to because then I can take like really cool pictures. And look, I actually don't think I'm gonna need to redo these lines because that still looks pretty good to me. What should I do? What should I do? You know what? How about I finish the rest of my face and then we make a decision later. Okay, I think I'm not gonna film me doing my face just because that's not really my strong suit, and I mean, when I'm watching YouTube videos, I find it kind of boring. So I'm not gonna do that, so I'm gonna stop this in a second. But if anyone is curious to see that, let me know. But I'm letting you know right now, it's really nothing special. I'm using a NYX BB Cream, and if I decide to conceal, I'll also use like a Urban Decay concealer. Okay, there you go, you don't need to see it. Okay, so I also did my eyebrows. Lately I'm into like a messy look, but I tried to not do that, which is funny because it came out messy. But when I do like weirder, like more intense eye looks, I try to like keep a clean brow so that like there's not too much going on. But if I just have like a light wash of color, I'm really into the messy brow, which actually looks pretty stupid on me because I don't have a lot of eyebrows. So I was feeling like I wanted to add something, but I was like, I can't just add something if it's not on the album cover. But then I looked at it again. I totally forgot about like that silver ball. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a silver and put it on my inner corner. So we're just gonna take some silver and put it right on the middle. Oh, and I'm keeping the red. I think it's cute. Oh, this is a Buxom eyeshadow that I made this myself. You know how they have those singles and you can like build your own eyeshadow palette? That's so cute! I think I'm gonna take some of the purple down here. Look at that. That is cute. Alright. If I was gonna like really be a perfectionist about this, I would go over these lines again, but I'm not going to because I'm really worried that I'm gonna screw it up and like ruin the whole thing. I wanted to share a thing that I like to do. Blush is like my favorite thing. But I have this problem where I don't know how to match my blush to my eyeshadow correctly. Like I'll have warm eyeshadow and then a cool blush, or like cool eyeshadow and a warm blush, and I don't know how to fix it. So what I do instead is I pick an eyeshadow from my face and I use that as a blush. And I think I'm actually going to try to use the purple as a blush. Here's the purple. Now it's like, I don't know, it looks kind of pink to me. Does it look pink to you? What if I take this like darker one and kind of go back and forth to mix them? Okay, this is gonna be intense. Just kidding. Oh, that's purple. I wanted to take my bangs out of these. I only put it up so that, you know, I had more access to my face, but they did a number on my bangs because I just got out of the shower. So they're staying on there. For highlight, in theory, I want to like take the silver and use it, but I've tried that before with that eyeshadow and you can see how pigmented it is. Like it's not a shimmer, like it's a pigment. Also, can someone tell me what the difference is between a pressed pigment and an eyeshadow? Because I don't know. I like how this looks without any lipstick at all, but I feel like in the world that we live in today, if someone sees this much makeup without lipstick, they think it's a mistake. So actually what I'm gonna do is just try to find that like clear lip gloss that I literally just bought. This is just an LA Colors lip gloss from the dollar store because I lost my brand spanking new Glossier lip gloss. It's really sad because I just bought it like a month ago, maybe less. Yeah, that's right. The lip gloss, not the month ago. I don't really like this eyelash curler very much. I prefer the like black and pink Revlon one. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like I want to add something somewhere else on my face because it feels kind of wrong to have so much going on my eye and then like leave the rest of my face hanging. Ooh, what if I put a little bit of the eyeshadow on my Cupid's bow? Right as I was talking about how pigmented it was, tries using it as a highlight. I kind of want to redo this eye and make it cute, but that was really hard. Although, if I leave it like this, then it's like a transformation, you know? I'll just use like a subtle mascara. I'm gonna use the Mega Length by Wet n Wild instead of whatever else I would be using. Yeah, because I don't want to cover up what I did. Look at me talking like I have huge eyelashes and that when I put on mascara it takes up my whole eyelid. Oh, I left my eye open too long. Okay, I'm gonna put some on the lower lash because I don't have a lot. This is like my 3rd time making a YouTube channel, 4th. I had one when I was really young with my cousin, and that was fun. And then as I got a little older, I had one with my sister, and that was fun. And then I had one by myself, and that was probably the one that I was committed to for the least amount of time. But I think with this channel, I'm not gonna dedicate it to like one thing. I'm just gonna do whatever I want and call it that because it's mine and I don't feel like doing just one thing. I'm at least gonna add the highlight and mascara to the other eye because I feel sad just leaving it like this. Okay, I found the lip gloss, but I can't get as much on my mouth as I want. I think it's because I'm used to the Glossier now, and that one is like super glossy, super pretty. And also I bought this one from the dollar store, so I shouldn't be surprised. But I just want so much more than it's capable of giving me. Can I just use the entire bottle for this look? I want to like glob it on there. And these kind of applicators aren't really great for that. Although this is the kind of applicator that the Glossier one has. Can you tell that I really miss it? Can you tell that I like it? Is it obvious yet? Cool! I still kind of want to do the other side, but I'm just not going to because I'll get frustrated if I can't do it exactly like this. And then what if it's better? That will somehow be even worse. This is the Tame Impala Currents album art inspired makeup. I'm just gonna zoom in on that eye so that we can look at that one. There she is in all her glory. I must credit Nick Ayala for the suggestion of the Tame Impala album art inspired look. Yeah, stay inside, stay safe, don't be an idiot. Bye!